Just a day after the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party shelved its much publicized parallel Jamhuri Day celebrations, President William Ruto has dropped a bombshell. In a surprise turn of events, turf-talking Ruto has extended an olive branch to the opposition less than 100 days in office, committing to the implementation of the controversial two-thirds gender rule in Parliament and the establishment of the office of the Leader of the Opposition. NTV's Brian Obuya reports on the 9-page letter from State House.
Hidden somewhere in his 9-page letter to the speakers of the two houses, President William Ruto, whose government has been on the verge of being stalled by a series of nationwide opposition rallies, has now called on Parliament to legislate and make operational the office of the official opposition. Seen as a handshake between Ruto and ODM leader Raila Odinga, the office of the opposition leader, according to insiders, is said to be granted to Raila and other Azimio principals, yielding great power and benefits. An annual address to Parliament and chance to nominate persons to constitutional and statutory commissions, receiving funding from the Exchequer to facilitate Raila's operations, being part of the benefits of the office. In his letter, Ruto proposes that the National Assembly amends Chapter 9 of the Constitution to establish the office. This, he says, will strengthen democracy and institutionalize the governance of the country. Sources close to the Azimio la Umoja party leader and President William Ruto claimed last night that the two leaders reached an agreement to solve the standoff regarding their parallel Jamhuri Day meetings amicably, and commitment to officially establish the office of Leader of Opposition was part of the deal. The president wants the House to draft some law and establish National Government Constituency Development Fund (CDF), Senate Oversight Fund, and Affirmative Action Fund. CDF was termed unconstitutional by the Supreme Court. Ruto argues that CDF empowers legislators to perform their duties and brings them closer to their constituencies. Ruto wants members to amend the Constitution and insert Article 204A to provide for the CDF. The Senate Oversight Fund was first mentioned by Nakuru Senator Tabitha Karanja, coming under fire for the proposal. The president has also proposed a top-up of 50 women in Parliament with a sunset clause to meet the constitutional threshold of a two-thirds gender rule, where Parliament should have 97 women. Attention will return to the House to watch the pace of the legislation, especially on who is going to be nominated to fill the vacant seats, as the administration appears to be more pleased to reward loyalists at a time when there are too many people than political seats. Brian Obuya, NTV.